High school phenom commits to a D1 powerhouse, becomes a big man on campus and an All-American. Then, the major leagues come calling. It's a narrative as American as apple pie, but until recently, totally foreign to American rugby. That is, until Major League Rugby came along, birthing rugby's version of the American dream. Among the first generation to realize it is NOLA gold flanker Malcom May. His story has one foot in American rugby's amateur past, representing so many who came before, and another in its professional future, blazing a trail for those yet to come. A friend says to a freshman high school football player, "Hey, you're big, you should try rugby." And so he does.
I'll give it a try. And I ended up liking it way more than football. I got to touch the ball. Because in football, I was an offensive lineman my freshman year. So once I got to touch the ball, I was fully in. I think before I started playing rugby, I was kind of a shy kid, and rugby kind of helped me find my voice and helped me to understand that I can do anything I want if I work hard, if I put the work in.
May's combination of size and speed at St. Ignatius College Prep caught the eyes of rep-side coaches like former U.S. national teamer David Fee, who coached May on the Southside Irish, a traveling high school sevens team.
I actually didn't make the first high school All-American camp, but a few people dropped out, and then David Fee was able to get me that last spot. So once I got that opportunity at camp, I just kind of fully went with it, just took it, and I got a spot on high school All-Americans. And once I started regularly playing for that squad, that's when I felt like this is something I can do in college, this is something I want to do for a while.
May ran with his new team all the way to the 2014 Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, China, where he represented Team USA against the world's best on its brightest stage, a scene stolen straight from Mighty Ducks.
It was like a different world for me, honestly. I'd never been that far out of the country. I think I'd gone to Europe with high school Americans, Argentina, but never thought I'd make it all the way to China. But it was there was a little bit of a adjustment period. The air there is not as clean as here. So I got asthma while I was there. So I'm using an inhaler in between every game, just coughing up a storm. I get stomach cramps. But no, it was a fun trip. It was a good experience to be around other athletes of a high caliber and kind of see what other teams do and what other people do. It made me think of how far across the world and how many connections you can make playing rugby as opposed to say football. You're traveling the U.S., but rugby you're traveling everywhere.
Just as May finds himself among the first navigating the nascent days of American professional rugby, he was among the first to choose between a scholarship at one of rugby's new varsity intercollegiate programs and a more traditional club experience at a larger school. He found a blend of both at Penn State, where rugby enjoys varsity-like status, allowing talented rugby recruits to gain admission where they otherwise may not.
It goes around April or May. I was about to commit to Davenport, then I got the email that said, "Oh, I got into Penn State." It's great school, great rugby.
While May was putting together an All-American career at Penn State, playing under the collegiate game's brightest lights, like at the Collegiate Rugby Championship, professional rugby was taking its first steps in America, beginning with Pro Rugby North America, which tanked after its lone season in 2016.
With pro rugby, that's when I thought it was possible, and I kind of got a little confused once it stopped. And then I was maybe I'll just find a connection and maybe try to go overseas and play, and then MLR popped up.
When we met him at the College All-Americans, he came down to that interview, khakis, polo, had a notebook, taking notes. He's always got a notebook in his hand, taking notes, writing down stuff. And you can tell right off the bat, that's, set the tone of what kind of player he is.
May logged only 41 minutes in 2 games as a rookie before suffering a season-ending injury. While out, he became a more serious student of the game, prepping for a big comeback in 2020.
He started opening day for us and scored the first try here, at the gold mine, So we're really excited and happy about his development. He grinds, daily, and he's in there in the gym every single day, working every single day, communicating with Kane. Tough kid, tough player. We really like him.
Injury curtailed May's rookie season, and COVID cut short his sophomore comeback. Both times, he turned to the film room in the hopes of returning to the pitch better off. The Gold took notice, signing him to a 2-year extension during quarantine.
You look at our sports code and everything like that, the most guy that's always watched most film is always Malcom.
I got comfortable on the college level, going to games, not really that many nerves, and then there's just there was a learning curve, so to say. So just the speed of everything, so much faster. I didn't want to be one of those guys who, this is my first time not starting, I'm going to be a brat about it. So I wanted to learn kind of how to be a good teammate through that and how to come off the bench, and that took an adjustment as well. But you have to study. you have to study to the point where like it's just second nature to you. Like I'm kind of helping the new guys this year get it, because I remember like my first year, like I felt lost. Like
he's kind of always been the best player in his team. To come to a place where he isn't in the starting team and things like that, that's a mental challenge for young guys, and I think he handled it really well. One of the first guys that'll meet me at the field to do one-on-one stuff. I know that we did some tackling drills last year, and I thought I broke like 4 ribs from his first hit on me, so I don't think he's there at his peak yet, and I think when he gets to that peak he's going to be a force, and I think a US Eagle.
Kind of just take it like day by day, like year by year. Like I'm just trying to become the best rugby player that I can become, like through the MLR, and the MLR is like great for that.